of the webinar, you can also write these questions in the Q&A box. So Spartan is the company that we are presenting today, and Franchise India, which is world's largest franchise development company, it holds the right of Spartan for India and some other markets, including the subcontinent of India. And it was as recent as, I would say, the month of November, which is just about 3 months back, that we formally inked a deal with Spartan to bring them to the Indian market. And we launched them at one of our large exhibitions in Mumbai. And as I speak, we have our first location, which is the territory of Pune, which has already been awarded and taken by an entrepreneur who now owns the entire territory. We are currently in the looking out. In fact, we are currently scouting for the right location, and hopefully in the next, I would say 2 weeks' time, we'll be able to finalize our location. And the next 2 months, we'll have our first location of Spartan operating in India at Pune. So friends, this webinar is about the opportunity at large. We'll talk about the industry, we'll talk about the company, we'll talk about the business model and how you as a potential partner can take and become partner with Spartan. So, and before I go on to the presentation, Bharat, maybe you can take that out in the meantime. Let me also give you a brief on the company and the brand at large.
May I also play a video? I also have a video to play.
Sure, we can do that. Thanks, Bharat. We can in fact pull out our presentation. And friends, my request will also be if anyone of you has any experience of running, operating any global international brand and or any experience in the F&B space, we'll be happy to understand that. And if you can also put the city that you come from, we'll definitely like to know. So Spartan is a company. It started in 2012 in Romania, and this is a quick service restaurant. The cuisine or the concept largely is Greek Mediterranean inspired fast food, which is focused on authentic grilled meats, pita wraps, gyros, salads, and their signature sauces, which are very, very popular. And if I talk about the opportunity in India at large, today India's F&B landscape is undergoing a very massive transformation, which is driven largely by tech integration, health consciousness, premiumization, experiential dining, and which I would say is moving beyond traditional models towards diverse global local cuisines. And there's also increased international travel that has also led to demand of diverse global cuisines in India. And the last, I would say, 2.5 years, I'm sure you all would agree, we have seen a lot of these cuisines operating across different markets, from malls to airports to high streets. Now, when it comes to the market fitment in India, India's fast casual dining segment today is growing at one of the highest paces amongst all the categories in the F&B, which is close to about 20% CAGR. And the biggest reason is the urban millennials who are seeking international high quality quick meals. So India's appetite for global cuisine today has expanded very, very significantly with international categories like Mediterranean, Japanese, Korean witnessing a strong listing growth across all metros. And within this, I would say Middle Eastern flavors are emerging as a key comfort, food or a category for Indian diners, and our food choices are also becoming more and more exploratory and yet comfort driven. So, our increasing focus is on health, protein rich grilled food, which completely aligns with Spartan's overall ethos of the menu. And I would also like to add today, when you look out for a prime location, it is not very easy. But when you have a premium mall and a great location that you need, a category like the one that we have, has an edge because it is a category which is also, I would say, a category creator brand and international presence, which all premium malls in India give preference to. So if they have 10 people or companies coming and looking for that location, we are one of the categories which would have an edge over any other category in the mall. Finally, I'd also like to talk about the overall consumption shift that is happening in India. Now, there's a big consumption shift, where today our end consumers, and we're all consumers end of the day, we're looking at fast service, we're looking at familiar, food. And the typical menu that we have in Spartan that aligns with the overall Indian palate, so to say, which is largely, I would say, which loves spices, sauce, grilled meats, vegetarian fillings. This is what our overall menu is. Now, when I look from the overall consumer lens or the, or even I would say our partner lens, today we sit at an intersection of food, and this is also a category which is very efficient when it comes to delivery. And the formats that we have created are very efficient formats, which helps us to bring a very high throughput in the locations where you want to be in, and a very strong brand equity, which is combined with very strong brand systems, which we have been following over the years across all locations we currently operate in. So let's start with the first slide. You can go on the next slide. So he's our founder. In fact, he's founder Stephen Mentachi. He's the visionary entrepreneur. He comes with experience in multi sectors, which largely includes, I would say, hospitality. He also has experience in real estate, education, media, and he's somebody who's known for a very big social impact and execution. And it is his vision which ensures that the long-term alignment and overall our strategy behind Spartan is, taken care of. And at India level, Franchise India also has, maybe I'll also like to talk about it. We come with global experience of running a lot of international brands. So we have a centralized team in India that takes care of everything for a franchisee, from helping you scout the right location, from the entire procurement of supply chain, from perishables to equipment, help train our franchise partners and their team. All that is something that is taken care of in India. Next slide. So these are some of the pictures of their existing partners, which I would say also lends a lot of credibility. These are some of the most successful partners who've been operating for more than 10 years. And these are relationships which have spanned a long term. And their partners who've been operating anything from 7 to 16 odd units. So these are multi-unit franchisees who've been operating these locations over a long period of time, which shows a lot of trust overall, I would say, in the company, the equity of the brand, the support they get from Spartan, the strong unit economics of the company, and also it reflects a low franchisee churn. So at Franchise India, when we advise investors on finding and knowing more about the brand, we always tell them to find how many multi-unit operators they have, because that reflects very strongly on the brand. Next slide. So this is very quickly the brand journey, which I'll take you through. So like I said, we started in 2012 with one location. We expanded in the last, I would say, 14 odd years. And some of the key milestones, I would say, from 2012 to about 2019, we had close to about 49 restaurants that were being operated by us. Next 2 years, we added more and we reached to a count of 62. As 2025 closed, we currently have more than 75 plus restaurants which are operating. And as a company, we have a clear roadmap while globally, but India, we plan to operate more than 100 odd locations. And we have split India into different opportunity markets. And lastly, our focus is to have a co-founder with us who becomes a territory partner for a region, and he would develop the territory along with us. Next slide. So this is very quickly, I think these are two countries, and India being the third country we are present. Now this count has moved from 70 to about 75 odd locations we run. The company overall has about 1,000 employees globally, a turnover of about 48 odd million euros, and about 7 million customers are being served by Spartan in the international markets. Next slide. So this is what our long-term orientation is. So at Spartan, we believe in delivering experiences which are memorable. We are powered by trained teams. Speed quality is something that we don't compromise on. And our vision is to become globally the most respected QSR brand. And I'm happy to also tell all of you in our market in Romania, we are number one brand, and we are a brand which is synonymous with the overall, I would say, quality, the trust the people have in our brand, and which also supports the overall, I would say, our vision. It also supports our multi-country scalability. Next slide. Now, as a franchise of Spartan, now what we offer is a complete franchise system, which includes our detailed SOB manuals, and it also includes our kitchen service workflows, which are very important for our teams to know, the entire training programs. And we also train our teams, our partners on the entire customer journey design, which is extremely crucial for us, which is last mile experience of the consumer is something that we very, very strongly, believe in. And there's also very strong on-ground support that we give to our partners, which includes our project team that works with our partners for the entire duration till the launch. We have a real estate team that works in scouting the right locations, where we do a recce of the competition in the market. We also negotiate agreements and our rentals for that location. And there's also a team, which is our store operating team, an opening team, which works with our partners through the entire, launch, followed by our marketing team and PR team, which works with our partners to do entire launch marketing and PR. And there's a complete program that we make at least 3 weeks before the launch. And during the launch, where we invite a lot of PR, we invite a lot of influencers, and our local team works with you to do that. Next slide. So, as a company, we are very strong, like I said, on our system of values. And so customer satisfaction is something which I said is non-negotiable for us. We believe in ethical business conduct, and the entire performance is led, which is, monitored by the central team, which is headquartered in Delhi. And also, we have seen the last few years been operating, and because of the strong systems that we have brought in, we have seen consistency across all 75 locations that we currently operate out of. And this is the same system, processes, and consistency that we'll also bring to the Indian market. Next slide. So this is very quickly what our menu looks like. These are some of the images that you can see, but on the left-hand side, you can also see the typical categories that we have, which largely are gyros. These are gyros which are, I would say, served in pita, wraps, or on a plate. And often, this is largely fresh vegetables and sauces. We also have a second category of wraps, which maybe in our language, I can call them shawarma style wraps. These are grilled meats on skewers, which are also served on pita bread. We also have in Romania, we also do burgers, which are Apollo burgers that we offer with fries. And we also have a separate section which includes our crispy chicken menu, which has also which is served along with the sides and drinks. And then we have fresh salads and vegetarian choices, which includes our veggie bowls. And we also have vegan gyros in our menu. And this is supplemented by a lot of sides and drinks, which includes our fries, lemonades, and sauces, which are emphasized as a highlight, for their meals. Now, the overall concept is fast, casual Greek, Mediterranean influenced food, combining popular items, like I said, gyros, burgers, salads, pita wraps. And it has generous portions of flavorful sauces, which are proprietary with the Spartan. Next slide. Now, these are some of the pictures that you see of the locations that we're running globally. Now, as a brand, if you look at the pictures, we have very youthful interiors. Our kitchens are open, so you can even see the entire preparation back. And we are more, I would say, horizontal, which means we have a big facade. We are not very deep. So ideally, the locations that we want to choose, we would like to have a bigger facade. And very bold brand colors, that is part of our brand guidelines, is what we use. So most of the locations that we would want to choose are locations which should ideally be either at a food court or maybe at these food hubs. Next slide. So very quickly, friends, I'll run you through our business model. I think we've talked about these locations. So I'll talk about our business model at large. So we're looking at area franchise partners and also somebody who wants to open and operate a unit franchisee will also welcome interest from our unit partners. So we're looking at partners across the country. And we have split India into different territories. There are about 20 odd territories that we have created. Bharat, if we can come on the next slide. So there are 20 territories that we have created, of which some of the most, I would say, prime territories would include the top markets of India, which includes Delhi, NCR. Then we have Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai. Pune is already gone, but we're looking for unit partners in Pune. And then markets like Bombay. So between Delhi, Bangalore, Bombay, I would say these are the top markets for us to be in. Now we have two models as a offering. One is our express model, which is very good for malls. Ideal area that we would need is about 400 odd square feet, which can extend to about 600 square feet of space. And if you're doing a high street, we would also recommend a space which can be about 1200 square feet, which also have covers close to about, I would say, 30 to 35 watt covers, which can be accommodated in a 1200 square feet of space. Now, the overall investment in a mall is close to about 16 odd lakhs. Our franchise fees in both the formats remain same, which is 15 lakhs. And then we have a component, which is CAPEX, which is the fit out cost, which is 12 lakhs. It increases to about 24 lakhs because my size increases to about 1200 plus square feet. And there's a POS fee, which is standard across both the formats, which is 75,000. And there are two components, which is a training fee and a design fee, which is also same across both the format, which is 75,000 and 1.75 lakhs. We've also taken initial amount of 5 lakhs, which are initial supplies that you need at the start of the operations, which is close to 5 lakhs that we have taken here. And then we have a cost, which is your branding and other miscellaneous expenses, which is the branding of our outlet, which is about 2 lakhs for an express model and about 2.5 lakhs for our bigger format. Now, in addition to that, our operating expenses typically are our rental, and we also have a food cost. We have a marketing expense, which is 2%, as you see at the bottom. And there's also a monthly royalty of 7% that we charge on the overall gross sales. Next slide. So friends, I'll quickly explain our area franchise territory structure. So India, like I said, we have 20 territories. We are currently looking to expand, and we're looking at partners who become co-founders with us, who help us and become our partners in the territory. Now, as an area franchise partner, you will also get the benefit of the ecosystem of Franchise India because we run a very big ecosystem when it comes to franchising. We work with a large community of investors who want to start a business. So any market, any city where we have an area developer, we'll also have a local teams that will work with the area developer to help them sub-franchise in the market. So which actually means that your entire cost of acquisition would become zero. So normally when you take the rights of any company and become their area partner, you also have an extra spend and expense, which is your lead generation for conversion to penetrate the market and appoint sub-franchises under you. Now that cost in case of Spartan, because it is a brand, which is a master franchise of Franchise India, is taken care by us, which makes your cost of acquiring a new partner negligible. I would say zero. So we have monthly events where my local teams who are trained on the brand would work with our partner, represent the brand, and help you on the signups. So this is typical rollout that we see, where I said Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, and Hyderabad are the top four cities, where we're looking at a rollout of 30 for Delhi and Bombay, followed by Bangalore, Hyderabad, which is about 20 odd locations. And then we have Pune, Kolkata, which is 15, and subsequently Chennai. So these seven territories are the top seven territories that we want to be in. And then we have territories which are combined as the entire state. But if we have a partner who wants to take the entire state, we will also be willing to club one or two territories together. And now we have a fee, which is now as a area franchise partner, there is a area franchise fees, which is an upfront fee, which is given to Spartan. And these are exclusive rights for a period of 5 years, which are further renewed for another 5 years. And I'll also explain the sharing. Now, as an area franchise, you also have the following sources of income. Bharat, if we can come on the next slide. So the sources of income would be a share on the franchise fees. The second source would be a share on the royalties. So largely, these are the two share revenue streams which our area partner gets. So when you get the exclusive rights in the territory, you have the entire support of Franchise India team that would work with you to generate leads, help filter these candidatures, and help you close these agreements with sub partners. Now, the area partner has to operate a minimum one location that becomes the pilot location in the territory, which is run and operated by the partner. And he gets the right to sub-franchise as per the given rollout, which you just saw. Now, that's the minimum rollout that we have agreed. Does not mean I cannot go beyond that, but that's the minimum potential that we foresee in that particular territory. Now, coming to the sharing structure, the franchise fee of the overall 15 lakhs, there's a 40% fee which the area developer would receive. So, that translates to, so I'm talking about 15 odd lakhs. So 40% of that is about 6 lakhs. So on every conversion, 6 lakhs is retained by my area partner, and the balance obviously comes to the master and the parent company. Now, this is a one-time fee for a period of 5 years. The second revenue which our partner gets is a recurring royalty. This is a royalty which is paid every single month from the units that are operating under the area developer. Now, because you also run and operate your own location, so the area developer for his own location pays only 5% royalty, which is obviously lesser. So you pay only 5% royalty for your own self unit, which is the minimum one unit that you operate. And you also get a share from the sub-franchisees that are under you. So there's an equal percentage, between the stakeholders. So 2.3% is retained by the area developer, which he receives ongoing every single month, multiplied by the number of units operating in the territory. And then and the balance obviously goes to the parent company. Like I said, the overall term is about 5 plus 5 years. There's a 30% renewal fee at the end of our 5-year term. Now, the kind of partners that we're looking at, I'm looking at somebody, largely, if you have any experience of running any international brand or F&B, and somebody who comes as an operator partner is very, very important, because we need partners who can put their operational time. They would also be given the required training to run and operate the business with complete support from the head office of Spartan in India. And friends, I'll be happy to take any questions. We also have worked upon our detailed unit economics of the overall business model. And I'll be happy to take any one-to-one discussion. In fact, I'll let Bharat share our coordinates with you. And post this webinar, you can also reach out to us. He'll share our hotline number and our email ID. So should you need more information, if you need more understanding of how the partnership can happen, the qualifying criteria, and more understanding on the unit economics, I'll request all of you to kindly reach out to us to schedule maybe a half an hour meeting or a call with you. So thank you so much, friends, for being with us today. Have a great day.
Thanks so much, ma'am, for coming. In case if anyone would like to get in touch with us, I just have shared the number in the chat box. You can get in touch with us on those numbers, 9717683838. Or you can also write to us at feedback@franchise.in. This is the number, this is the contact detail, and yeah, we will be waiting. That's it for the day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.